The Darklands.
Pit of the Soul, Scott D. Foard.
Set EPS guidance switch to manual.
EPS guidance to manual. And no way are the Sex Pistols more influential than Bob Marley in musical history.
Master arm switch to neutral. Look, all I'm saying is that the Sex Pistols opened up a whole new world of freedom in rock and roll. I'm not trying to take anything away from Marley.
Master arm neutral. Marley is everything. Look at the Clash. Look at the Police. Nothing the Sex Pistols did survived the 80s.
Lockout switch to master arm position 1. All codes to null set. What about Green Day, you jackass?
Don't give me that. Lockouts to map 1, codes at null. Don't even tell me that Green Day is heir to the Pistols. Look, the lyrical content alone voids your point.
Day shift.
Thank God.
Authentication accepted. Welcome back to the Hotel California, Grant.
Just him?
Seems like it.
Great. Just great. Vinny's game is today, and Myra will kill me if I'm late.
Calm down, Tim. We'll get you there.
Top of the morning to you fellows.
Hey, Grant. Solo act today?
For now, it looks like it. I don't know what happened to Bill. What is it? 7 years and he's never missed a shift change?
Must be something bad. We'll hang around a few more minutes, see what's what.
Guys, tick-tock. Myra mad? Kids big game?
Just a couple more minutes. You don't have to hang around if you don't want to, Tim. We only need 2 in here to make sure we can fire the missiles. I'll go over the new drill protocols with Grant, and he can brief Bill when he gets here.
Okay. As long as I don't show up in the BPR reports. I'm up for promotion this month, so don't you screw this up for me.
You did that when you had kids. Get out of here. I'll sign out the sheets. Have Vinny hit a homer for me.
We got it covered, Ace. Don't sweat it. Bill probably had card trouble or something.
Alright. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
See ya. Sorry again about Bill.
Now that you mention it, I've been meaning to ask about how things are going with him.
What do you mean?
I mean that you and Bill have been friends for a long time, but Bill has been acting erratically for a little while now. I know you guys are close. Can you give me some kind of idea what's going on?
Wish I could, Raj. Like anyone, he has his good days and his bad days.
Look, Grant, that's not good enough. I know you don't want to say anything officially because it might hurt his career.
Damn right. Look, other guys with less time have gotten promoted a lot faster than Bill and I because we never got the chance to go overseas and fight the good fight to earn our combat patches.
Right, Grant. I get it. It's a raw deal. We made the weapons that no one wants to use. But it's the straw we drew, short or not. So, shoot straight with me. Is Bill gonna be a problem?
I can't say that I'm up to all the latest happenings on Bill's life right now, but yeah, he's my best friend. He's always been moody, you know that.
This isn't about Moody, Grant. He's forgetting stuff. He's late today. That never happens. I'm telling you that for at least 2 weeks, he's been off.
Come on, Raj. You've had bad patches too. Remember a couple years ago with you and Brianna? She was all kinds of mad at you.
Yeah, but this isn't like that at all.
Isn't it? You showed up here in your pajamas, big boy. Bill was a watch officer and he didn't write you up.
I don't see that I have any choice, Grant.
And you leave me no choice either. Bill's a friend. I'll do whatever it takes. You can have my first round draft pick in this year's fantasy draft. Come on, man. At least give me a chance to ask him more before we start breaking out the paperwork. Surely that's worth a first round pick.
Only because you stunk it up last year, and you're gonna pick high. Well, that, and you're right. I guess I owe him at least the chance for you to ask a few questions.
The prodigal son has arrived.
Thank you, Lord. Shift authorization Romeo Foxtrot Hotel Lima 310. Authenticate.
Authenticate Whiskey Zulu Niner 33.
Authentication accepted. Get in here, son. Okay. Today's op reps have the usual stuff. Command has reminded us that procedure for blah blah blah. Oh, and this one's actually important. We have a new drill procedure. The prefix code for a launch drill will now be preceded by a prefix authorization code of 714 whiskey. Just in case you need something new to spice up your night.
Are you kidding? It's Tuesday. You know what that means.
Russian night? Again?
Da-da, comrade.
You just might make it into intelligence if you keep it up with that Russian stuff. You sure that's what you want?
It has to be better than this. I don't want to look back and find that another 7 years has gone by and I'm still stuck here.
Well, that's it for me. Time for this old cowpoke to hit the dusty trail.
Don't hit it too hard. It might get mad. Thanks for staying.
Hi, Bill. Rough night?
Something like that. A little trouble at home.
Well, since this is a first for you in over 7 years, uniform disheveled, dirty, unshaven.
Want me to leave?
Nope, I'm just saying don't make this a habit. I gotta run. Shape it up for tomorrow, okay?
I guarantee that it will never, ever happen again. Goodbye, Roger.
Grant, catch you later.
See you, Raj. Comrade, we've got a lot of...
Can you just give me a minute, please?
Sure, Bill. Why don't you take your coat off, grab a cup of coffee, and settle in. I can wait. It's not like I'm going anywhere.
Truer words were never spoken.
Wow, Bill. You look like crap. What's up?
It's a long story, Grant. One I plan on telling you because I know we have time. The important thing is to know that I'm okay.
Well, that is good to know, but why wouldn't you be? What's wrong, Bill?
Why don't you tell me?
Look, Bill, I don't really have time for this. We've got the morning checklist to run, the comms to get out, set reps to send, and a new drill proc to hack, so either tell me what's wrong or...
Or what, Grant? Or what? See, that's the part that interests me. We've known each other for how long?
7 years, and?
Take a look at this picture, Grant. Remember this?
Oh, sure. That was the 4 of us in Jamaica. Wow, that was a good time. What I can remember of it, anyway.
I like that picture. We were all happy then.
Same as now. But I take it you disagree?
You could say that. The thing that still catches my eye about that picture is you and Susan sitting right next to each other.
And Flo on your left and you on Susan's. So?
I remember you wanted that picture taken. So, who's center frame?
Are you saying I'm a narcissist?
I'm saying I see your arm wrapped around Susan's waist. You're almost grabbing her butt.
Bill, you're being ridiculous.
Am I? Perhaps we should move on to Exhibit B.
Captain Brannigan, sir. We have more serious matters on our plate right now.
No, we don't, Grant. This isn't about our job or our ranks. This is between you and me now.
What is? I don't follow.
Look, Grant, I don't want to come right out and say what it is I suspect, so I want you to say it.
You want me to say the words that are in your head. That doesn't make any sense.
Neither do some of the thoughts I've had recently. Just looking at that picture probably fills you with what? Happiness? Fond remembrance?
Well, yeah. Up till 2 minutes ago.
That's exactly how I felt, Grant. Exactly. 1 minute it's a picture filled with love and smiles. Then the next, if seen in a different context, it inspires very different, much scarier thoughts.
Can we get to the point and stop all the crazy talk? What's wrong, Bill?
During all that time we served together, all those hours, all the talk, the birthdays, the kids' stories, the problems with life, the world, and everything, you still can't tell what's wrong with me? Why am I upset? Is that what you're asking?
Bill, calm down, buddy. We've already got a long shift in front of us. Okay, let's take first things first then. What's wrong with you? Okay, yesterday's uniform. You haven't changed clothes yet. No shower or shave. The alcohol is still clinging to you like a Great Lakes fog. Shall I go on?
Can you? I'm actually interested to find out.
Okay, it's a little early for 20 questions, but I'll do my best. You're dirty. You're angry. Something is obviously upsetting you.
Any thoughts along that line? The picture, perhaps? Maybe who's in it?
If you're insinuating that there's something going on, then no. Not a clue, pal.
Perhaps we should move on to Exhibit C. Here. Maybe this'll help. Catch.
What the hell is this?
It's a cell phone. I believe they call it a burner. Apparently Susan got hers online, but I understand they can be purchased almost anywhere. Yes, sir, a drug dealer's best friend. No connections, no traceable info unless you're stupid. Do you have one, Grant?
I have a cell phone, if that's what you mean.
Don't suppose I could see it, could I?
Not that it's any of your business or that I have anything to hide.
While I'm looking at this, why don't you open the text on that phone?
Bill, this could be anyone's.
I know. That's rather the point. Here.
Careful, it's government property.
I know, you idiot. Same as mine. Telephone number's virtually identical. Only 3 digits off. Yours a 7, mine a 4.
So what? It's a racy text.
With a picture attached. Open that.
Look, Bill, we're wasting time.
Are you chicken, Grant? Too scared? I was first time. But since then, it's been quite liberating. Why don't you click on the picture so you can see what I saw?
Bill. Oh no. Oh my god.
She never sent me sexy pictures, Grant. Not unless you mean by mistake. Take a look at what showed up on my GI phone instead of yours.
Stop. Bill, I don't know how.
Stop right there, Grant. Just stop right there. You do know. And you will have a chance to tell me your side of things. But first, you're gonna tell me everything. It's confession time at the Not Okay Corral.
I've been trying to find a way to tell you for over 6 months. It started out as a mistake after the block party 4 years ago. Remember? We were all so drunk and then we got into the pool and she or I started. Anyway, that's how it started.
Go on.
One time, Bill. Then it wasn't something that happened again for over a year. We had to live with that every day. Then you guys had that problem a couple years back and she came over to the house to talk with Flo. Flo wasn't home, one thing led to another.
Of course it did.
Then it just started to be a regular thing. There wasn't so much guilt or whatever, but we came to really love each other. Not just have sex, you know?
With my wife. With Susan.
Yes, Bill. With Susan.
Say it. Don't be a coward. Say the words.
What words do you want me to say?
Be honest, for God's sake. Say, I had sex with your wife and lied to you for the last few years.
Bill, I don't know how to...
Say the God-blessed words, Grant. I want to hear you say it.
All right. You want me to say it? I will. Bill, I had sex with your wife and lied to you about it for the last few years.
Finally, a little honesty. Thank you, Grant.
Bill, I don't think that...
I know. Shh. You're all excited. It's hard to think clearly. Let me give you something that may help sharpen your focus on things.
Bill, I'm so sorry.
Ah, there it is. Here. This ought to help you get your head straight.
A ring. What the... Is this...
What was that?
I know this ring.
Yes, you do, Grant. But I haven't been fair. That's just half the clue. Here. This goes with that. Catch.
Are you insane? A hand? Is this real?
Oh, yes, Grant. It's real. So's the blood, and the bone poking out, and...
Oh my god. Whose hand is this?
If you take a good look at both, I think you'll have your answer.
What? Look at...
Take your time. It'll come to you.
Flo.
Now we finally know the official speed of stupid. That's right, Grant. I killed Flo and buried her right on top of Susan. It's only fair. You killed my marriage, and I've killed yours.
You maniac.
Grant. You just sit right back down. I know there are some facts you still want to know. So cool your jets, lover boy, and let's just see what happens.
I'm going to kill you for this. You know that, right? You can talk all you want, and yeah, Susan and I did you wrong, but geez, Bill, Flo, what did she ever? You're dead.
Here I am, big boy. Take your best shot and I'll take mine. What? No? Then we'll go back to doing it my way. Grant, reach into your drawer and pull out the duct tape you keep in there. You always say it has 1,001 uses. Here's an oldie but a goodie. Tape your ankles securely to the chair.
My leg.
You just had to do it the hard way. Well, that's what I hate about this world. If you want to get something done, you gotta do it yourself.
Bill, this is stupid. We've been stuck together in the stinking hole for over 7 years together. So whatever you're thinking of doing, surely I don't deserve this.
Deserve really has nothing to do with this. That was the very point that I was making to Susan earlier. She was begging and crying, so I had to explain it to her. Had to show her how things really are. Not in some romantic fantasy world, but how it affects real people in the real world, and how it can really hurt.
You better make sure you kill me, wacko. Because if I get out of this...
Once again, Grant, you're missing the obvious point. You won't get out of this. I'm gonna kill you.
Good. I've got nothing left to live for, except to kill you.
And to confess, Grant. Let's not forget that part.
Confess what? I've already told you about me and Susan.
Ah, yes. But you didn't really confess, Grant. Did you really express any kind of remorse, sympathy, empathy for my feelings? Any kind of mention at all that you really understood how your treachery wounded me so deeply, and that it was especially cruel because you really were my friend? No. So... confess.
Look, Bill, I know that I hurt you. I slept with Susan and there's nothing I can do to make that up to you. But you have to hear me now. This isn't the way we need to settle this.
And why is that, Grant? I think this is the perfect way to settle this. In fact, if you were in my shoes, I think you'd pretty much feel the same way. So... confess.
You sadistic bastard.
Sadistic? You can dare call me sadistic? You lying sack of crap. You took from me the one thing that mattered in the world, and you dare call me sadistic?
Stop.
You looked me in the face every day for 7 years, and lied to me with every word you said. Every smile a lie. Every thought.
Stop, please.
Every day, Grant. Every night. Every dinner. Little League games. You did it. You did it. Confess, you son of a...
I did it. I did it. I did it all. I already told you everything. What more do you want to hear? Do you want me to tell you that she said I was a better lover? Or that she was a wildcat in bed? What the hell do you want?
What do I want?
Yes, Bill. What?
What do I want?
Let's just stop it now, Bill. Please. What do you want?
What do I want? I want you to take back every minute you lied to me.
Bill, I can't.
I want to believe that my life wasn't a lie. I want to know that I wasn't an idiot for believing in marriage and friendship. I want you to take some responsibility. I want some satisfaction. I want my wife back. I want my wife back. I want my life back. What have I done? 7 more hours. Plenty of time, sure. He just left, Captain Kowalski. I don't know why. He pointed a gun at me. What was I supposed to do? They'll believe that, sure they will. But with the way things are today, no problem.
Yankee 29er, this is Whiskey Alpha 1 with a primary action alert. Prefix code 714 Whiskey. Verify. Tango Delta Zulu 285. Yankee 29er, this is Whiskey Alpha 1 with a primary action alert. Prefix code 714 Whiskey. Verify Tango Delta Zulu 285.
Yankee 29er, verify Whiskey Alpha 1, priority action alert confirmed. Verify Tango Delta Zulu 285. Verify Romeo Niner Delta Foxtrot 364. Come on.
Verify accepted, Yankee 29er. Priority action message transmitted and awaiting your go to proceed.
Verify priority action message. Go code is Tango 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 666.
Yankee 29er, this is Whiskey Alpha 1. You're clear to launch. Target package is Lima Bravo 657. Missile base at Laputa. Give 'em hell, boys.
Roger that. See you on the other side. Launch? Now? You gotta be kidding me. Initiate booster warm-up on all master circuits. Enter guidance package and targeting. Excuse me, Grant. Begin cycling fuel through. Initiate launch sequence. Insert master arm key. Guidance confirm. Insert secondary key. Excuse me again, Grant. I'm going to need this. Open silo doors. Enter master launch sequence. This really would be easier if you hadn't been such a naughty boy, Grant. Release fueling lines. Now... See, this was your part, Grant. Flight guidance and radio.
2 minutes to missile launch. Please enter launch key code now.
There we go. 6248. Ha! They'll never know.
Launch sequence activated. Please move firing keys to position 2 to release missiles. Both keys must be turned simultaneously to activate weapon release.
What? Right. Forgot that part.
Launch sequence activated. Please move firing keys to position 2 to release missiles. Both keys must be turned simultaneously to activate weapon release.
I'm trying! Can't quite reach. Just a little more.
Launch sequence activated. Please move firing keys to position 2 to release missiles. Both keys must be turned simultaneously to activate weapon release.
Shut the hell up! What do you think I'm trying to do? Gotta think. Can't access the tool shed, only the janitor's locker. That's it. The broomstick, of course. This ought to do the trick.
Launch sequence activated. Please move firing keys to position 2 to release missiles. Both keys must be turned simultaneously to activate weapon release.
Just a minute. One more piece of tape, and there.
1 minute to launch. Launch sequence activated. Please move firing keys to position 2 to release missiles. Both keys must be turned simultaneously to activate weapon release.
And here we go.
Unauthorized launch attempt. Both keys must be turned simultaneously to activate weapon release.
I know. This isn't easy. The other guy's dead, you know. Where's rigor mortis when you need it? Maybe if I twist it like this, and presto.
Unauthorized launch attempt. Both keys must be turned simultaneously to activate weapon release. 30 seconds to launch.
Damn it! Come on, Grant, turn that wrist. Do it. Do it now.
Launch authorized. Missile release in 20 seconds.
See, Grant? I don't need you at all. I beat you. I beat you all.
Launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Goodbye, cruel world.
2, 1.
I did it.
Missiles launched. Personnel are advised to evacuate immediately. Retaliatory strike is likely in 16 minutes.
16 minutes. Perfect. I did it. I just launched the missiles. I just launched the missiles and killed my best friend. And his wife. And Susan.
Yankee 2-9er, come in.
What have I done?
Yankee 2-9er, we show positive on missile launch from your location. Can you confirm?
What have I done?
Yankee 2-9er, come in. Yankee 2-9er, we show a positive missile launch at your location. If the launch is actual, abort. This is a drill. Repeat. Abort. This is a drill. Yankee 2-9er, abort. They're not responding, sir. Is anyone there? Come in, Yankee 2-9er. Abort. Abort.
Pit of the Soul. Grant was performed by David Robinson. Bill, performed by Trey Piper. Timothy, performed by Riley McBride. Roger, performed by Zach Guest. Launch Officer, performed by Joel Harvey. Launch Announcer, performed by Taya Renee Miller. Written, produced, and created by Scott D. Foard. Music by Chester Dabrowski IV. Sound engineer, Chuck Dickin. Edited by Shana McBride, Scott D. Foard, and Christy Leak. Directed by Christy Leak. This program is a work of fiction. Any similarity to anyone living or dead is entirely coincidental.